Oh, turn on.
Hi guys!
Hey,
Here.
I'm just gonna sit here for a minute while we get started. No one's gonna be here anyway right away, so
Hi guys!
I'm just gonna sit
I'm
here.
making a protein shake right now. Protein shake. This class is brought to you by Protein Shakes. Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of my normal bang. Healthy lifestyle. I get off of bangs. Doctor said I was gonna have a heart attack at 4:30.
Oh, 4:30, huh?
Did I say 4:30?
Yeah.
I said before 30.
Oh, heart attack before 30.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. You got 3 years.
I know.
Hi, Jose.
Jose, hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Today's class will just be watching Mike sit like this
That's right.
with his gi open.
That's right. Wondering if I should have, trimmed my chest hair up or shaved my chest or. We'll get started here shortly. How many scoops did you use?
Jeez.
Huh?
How many scoops did you use? Sounds grainy.
1.5.
I should just use one.
Huh?
Should just use
Oh.
one. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get started here shortly. It is the 12th? 11th?
Oh, John Buss is here.
Hey John, what's up? It is.
Oh, is that Uncle John?
Yeah, it's Uncle John.
Uncle John, what's up?
Alright, is it, what day is it? The 12th, Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay. May 12th. Today we're
Okay.
going to be with another episode of CJitsu, Coach James and Coach Mike, obviously. Today we're going to go over some more side control.
We messed up the whole thing. Hey everybody, another episode of CU Jiu-Jitsu with Coach James and Coach Mike.
Oh,
Here we are, May 12th. We're gonna do some stuff today.
stuff.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I ran today.
We're going to do some more side control escapes today. So we've got 2 side control escapes. We've got the Fredson Special and we've got the Ghost Escape. James will be showing the Fredson Special and I will be showing the Ghost Escape. If you're interested in basic guard recovery and some drills from side control bottom, we suggest that you go back and rewatch yesterday's video in the group, and then it will be published on YouTube the next week. I do want to apologize about the videos from last week not being up on YouTube yet. They should be up tonight. So I had a rendering issue where I thought like I might try to put them through a video editor, and apparently that was a mistake. So I'll just post them tonight as they are and let YouTube deal with the rendering on its own. So we can go ahead and get started. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to let us know. Kelly will stop us and we will answer any details or anything like that. If you have like a situation question or anything like that that has to do with what we're doing. If it's something that isn't what we're doing, you may ask it and we may touch on it at the end. So, cool.
Ghost Escape.
Ghost Escape. Okay, so the Ghost Escape is one of my favorite escapes. It's kind of like my go-to side control escape. Probably after the Fredson Special doesn't work. Because the Fredson Special gives me some room a lot of times to get my hands where I need to be if I don't end up getting them for Fredson Special. So, let's go this way, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to talk loud enough where you can hear me. But here's the premise. The premise is that I want both my hands go in the same direction, okay? So, if I start with a frame, and Kelly, this might be where you can bring the camera around so you can see. So if I start with a normal frame that we want, where I'm framing the neck, I'm framing the hip, I'm going to want to create space to get my hand on this side, under his belly, to get underneath. If I just try to come underneath, it's really tough, and he can put his hip down just like he's doing and block me. So a lot of times I'll do a bump in order to give me some space. So I'll bump like I'm gonna shrimp, and you see my hand just starts to sneak out and come this way, because people like James who are a little bit more high level, that bump alone will not necessarily always allow me to recover my guard. So he may block my leg, but I'm gonna block his hip on this side. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my hand down from his throat, and I'm gonna control his tricep. So I wanna keep my elbow nice and tight, control his arm, control his tricep. Usually at this point, he won't lay on my arm, he'll come back to regular side control. But even if he is, it shouldn't matter. The premise now is gonna be that I start to move underneath him. So I'm gonna use this as a wedge and use this as a control. So I'm gonna control the tricep, I'm gonna wedge here, and I'm going to start to walk here. So as I do this now, I'm gonna give a big bump over my head. I wanna get my head to start going underneath it. So a lot of times, I'm just gonna shuck just like this and squeeze my head through. Now, if he's pressuring really hard here, he's not gonna let me go through, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep walking, 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 and eventually I'll make space right here. And once I make space, I'm just gonna keep going through, and I come up. I'm still controlling the tricep here. Although you can come into some chokes, or you can come into front turtle, whatever you like to do. So again, one more time. So again, I come through here, make a bump, I reach underneath, right here is fine. If he's on his side, I feel like it's better, because now I've got space right here between his bicep on my side and his shoulder on my side, and for my head. So when I get this big bump, again, I'm going to be feet close to my butt so I can get good explosion with my hips, and I'm going to go straight up and over. From here, I'm still controlling the tricep, and I'm going to come around the head. Right here. I can move straight into Darces and anaconda chokes, or come straight up into front headlock position and front turtle. Okay? It's really low risk. There's not much he's going to be able to do to counter my position and threaten me, besides attacking my arm. Again, that's in between his arms, and so it's a little isolated, so you have to be wary. However, if you put yourself on the offensive, it's going to put him on the defensive most of the time. So you want to control what's going on. If you can do that, you can probably make this escape work. So I have no idea why it's called the Ghost Escape, but anywhere I've seen it, this is what it's called. And a lot of people like to say it's unstoppable. I don't believe that. I've been stopped doing it. So anyway, so that's the Ghost Escape. It's my favorite side control escape from bottom. Anyway, that works for me.
Okay, sweet. All right, guys, so I'm going to show how to do the Fredson Special. Call it Fredson Special because first time I actually met Professor Fredson was a purple belt. He taught this to me, and I've actually used it a couple times to help me win some matches. It's a very, I don't know how often he uses it, but for me and my game, my own game, I personally use it more as a Hail Mary escape. Trying to get my guard back, they're just being really, really heavy. And it'll be kind of like a last-ditch effort. The reason I say that is because it is a very effective technique and escape if you are good at timing it and you have the right angle and everything like that. However, you kind of do the cardinal sin of side control and turning away from your opponent, which we never ever do. So, or for the most part, we don't ever do. We always try facing our opponent. So, first, let me just show you how to do it by yourself. It's very simple. All I'm going to do is practice. I'm going to first start by bumping one way, and I'm going to go the other way. Okay? But when I do it, I'm going to go 1, shove my hand down, punch the mat, 2, and my hand is going to be here, and my fist is going to stay right there. And I'm going to step over. Very simple. Big step. 1, 2. Notice Mike said, I'm taking a big step with this leg. I have to take a big step so I can go all the way over my opponent. 1, 2. It's very simple. It's just a bump to another bump. Okay? The trick is controlling my opponent's head his arm while I bump and getting him to come down. So, let's do it with the partner. Yeah. Shoot, yeah, okay. So, I'm here. Now, I only can do this escape, guys. Very important. I can only do this escape if he has this arm under my head. If it's on the other side, you cannot do this escape. Cannot do this escape. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time. Cannot do this escape. I say this so many times because I've seen so many students go for this when it's here and it does not work. Okay? You have to have this arm to control it. Okay? There are other things you can do if this arm's there, but for this particular one, has to be hooking here. Okay? Now, just like yesterday, I'm going to have my good friend. I'm going to be pushing and shrimping. Or yesterday, as we said yesterday, push and bump. Okay, I'm gonna always try to go for my guard back. If I can push and get space, okay, cool. I'm gonna go for that. But we're saying if he's really, really good, thank you. If he's really, really good at keeping my hips down, not letting me create space, and that is a lot of times I'll feel him kind of going forward a little bit to kind of counter that. Okay, the more I can get him going forward, the better. All right, let's get back because I don't want you to kick Kelly.
He does it at home all the time.
So I'm here. I'm gonna big bump. When I feel him start to go down, like I said, I'll do this a second or third time. If him start to go down, look, I'm gonna push his head, looking that way. I want him to look that way. So if I have to push right on his chin, that's fine. Okay. Now all one motion. We're gonna do this all one motion in a minute. I bump, I push his head. Now look, his arm's extended. We're gonna punch and bump over his arm. Big step, right to side control. Okay, notice I landed in side control. I didn't land and then have to pivot around to side control. I landed right in side control, so it's that big kick. Okay, so I'm here. I'm gonna go slow again. I got my good frame. I go for my bump. He's pushing me down. As he pushes me down, I'm pushing his head this way. All one motion, guys. Look, my feet are loaded up, ready to bump. I punch tight. I don't want this arm to come over because now I've lost it. I punch it tight, punch to the ground. Now look, bump, over, look at my leg. Can you guys see my leg?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. And if you guys look, my hand goes from his head. As soon as we land, it goes from his head, I land to hook. This is to prevent him from trying to come up or anything. If it comes here, we're all going all at once, he can keep trying to bump, just keep bumping and pushing me away, and then he's gonna try to come up. So as soon as I land, I hook, I dive my shoulder down, okay? So one more time, all at once. Big frames, I bump just like we did yesterday to get our guard back, push his head down, punch my arm, and just bump the other side. Also, if the person's 200 or 300 pounds bigger than you, don't do this. It doesn't work. Same size, it works. So I'm here. Bump. Down. Over. Okay, once I'm here, control, get my good side control. That's it. It's a very fast sweep. You have to have all the mechanics of it down in order to do it correctly. But once you get it down, it's a very good, effective technique. I've hit it a couple times in comp. My wife Cassie hit it one time in comp. I think you've hit it a couple times, yeah? So like I said, I want to say this should be your first escape you should go for. I think this should be your second, third escape to escape side control. Like I said, for me, it's like a last-ditch effort. Like, I've tried everything. We're gonna go for this. If that fails, we'll play the waiting game.
Yeah, and I think a lot of reasons why this works is a lot of people expect from side control bottom for when you're trying to regain guard that you're bumping in one direction, and you get caught off guard when you start to manipulate the head into an opposite direction than they're normally expecting to go. Also, when you push up, I want to bring my pressure back down, right? So you use that momentum to help guide and drive their head the direction you need it to go. and I think that's really what makes it work. Gives a little bit of misdirection, because you're expecting that they want to come straight back down into the same position they were.
Mm-hmm. The other thing, guys, with this, it's positioning of my hand. I make like me and my brother call it leopard paw. I make a leopard paw. I literally drag it down across his jawline and even under his jawline to make him look that way. If you're just being nice, going someone strong is just gonna resist that. Going here, making it painful, is gonna make them turn their head more. So, don't be nice.
Yeah.
Don't be nice with this technique. It's either all or nothing. So.
From a self-defense perspective, this is a really good one, I think, too, as well as a ghost escape, because if we're in an MMA type situation or just a street fight type situation, if James is down here, for whatever reason I took him down, and I'm here even turned, and I'm trying to punch him, right? He can control his arm here, and he can start to shove my head here. Boom. And he can work to start sweeping here. We're in the same motion, right? Yeah. So, knowing kind of just the key concepts of this move will help keep you safer in a self-defense oriented situation as well. So,
I think that's all we got today.
Yeah.
That was really fast. Wow.
Yeah, there's a few other types of escapes and things we like to do from bottom, side control we were talking earlier, but the intricacies of it we don't really want to get into right now. We'd rather stay in the field when we come back to physical classes, so we will.
The other ones you gotta have, you have to have partner.
Yeah.
Have to have partner. These ones you can practice by yourself.
Yeah.
But, I think it's.
Is there any questions at all yet? Okay, cool.
Alright guys, I'll have the post out tonight for the poll. As long as with the kids, what they're supposed to focus on. I'm always bad at doing that on Monday. I don't know why it is. Can't do it. But yeah. Is there anything else?
No, not really. Again, everybody make sure they're doing their best to stay healthy, to stay safe right now. Prospectively, at the end of the month, we'll be able to potentially start reopening. So, whatever you need to do for your juju to make it happen, let's do it. In the meantime, really appreciate everyone continuing to stay supportive. If there are other local businesses in town that you can support at this time, please do so as well. I've seen a lot of. I've heard just today about another martial arts academy, that got shut down because of this. I know there's big fusses about hair salons and, even some small restaurants and stuff like that. So, make sure you support the businesses you care about as best you can. But yeah, okay. So, tomorrow we'll come back. Nogi. We'll review some of the things we did from Monday and today, and maybe some just kind of show the differences on how Nogi mixes in.
Yep. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.